right, good afternoon and welcome to a frigid Sunday. We're back up here at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Thank you all so much for being here. It's about 20 degrees today. We're on the northern side of Winter Storm Blair, so we'll keep an eye on the weather to see what happens. Thinking of everyone who is in the path of the storm. The master plan, the new terminal groundbreaking should be later on this year. Looking forward to seeing that. Here's the United. And we'll see what we get this year. Columbus is already on their way. I was down there over the weekend, and you can see all the construction going on for their new terminal. That is expected to open, I think, in 2029 down there. But hopefully Cleveland is able to get on their game and get the new airport built soon so we can stay competitive with Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, and Columbus with the new terminals in Pittsburgh and Columbus. So we'll see what 2025 brings us. Hopefully it brings us some special aircraft, and hey, you never know. Here's the American Eagle. They're on their way to Philly. Wish I could borrow one of those for my driveway. It'd be done in about 10 seconds. Snow crew getting the runways, getting the taxiways clean. Usually hire a seasonal position every year for the guys who do this. Unfortunately, it's one of those positions where you need a CDL. I would be all over it because I think it looks like it'd be a lot of fun. Delta 775 on the runway now, Boeing 717, aka the McDonnell Douglas MD-95. They're on their way to Atlanta this afternoon. That is a lot of fun. I would imagine the toboggan chutes, the snowboard trails, and places like Boston Mills are probably hopping today. It's chilly, but it's not unbearable. And it would be a lot of fun to be out there today. United is on their way to Orlando this afternoon. Seven 737-800 this afternoon. I haven't looked. I wonder how cold it is up there today. I will say it is beautiful up there, though. I really enjoyed my time at Minneapolis this summer. I've been to Wisconsin several times, including once in the middle of the winter, and they do get a little different type of cold up there. bit of a parade going on here today. Ah, good point. Frontier did drop MSP. That's a good point. I'm not really sure about Frontier strategy when it comes to going after the big hubs like Minneapolis, Salt Lake City, LaGuardia. I'm not really completely sold on that strategy for them. Houston was another one, because it's so easy for the major airlines that control those hubs just to add a flight or two or lower their prices a little bit, and they just end up knocking that service out. Here's the Piedmont. So I definitely want to use it as much as I can. So maybe once a month or every other month while we have that. So I'm kind of hoping that with the summer schedule that we'll get some more flights that probably will go somewhere in February. I got a few days I'm taking off just to kind of get the house ready for the baby that's coming. And so I might do a day trip somewhere in February. I don't really know where. I was looking at maybe Vegas for an overnight trip, but we'll see. Vegas because I want to get some Janets. Actually talking about maybe going out there in March with one of the guys who spots up here, wants to go to Red Flag. So I thought maybe we'll go out, fly out for a couple of days and hang out with him, and maybe go to Red Flag and also go to LAS and get the Janet flights. But we'll see. March will be cutting it pretty close. American Eagle pulling into its gate. It's not the full schedule they had last summer, I know that. Because I don't think they're, if I remember right, I don't think they're bringing Pensacola back, and that was probably the one flight that I really wanted to use that pass for, was to go to Pensacola and go to the Naval Aviation Museum down there and maybe watch the Blue Angels practice one time over the summer. But I don't think they're bringing that flight back, but I'll have to go back and look at the schedule to see. Sure that this is one of the Frontier aircraft that they have made. I think it's the Hummingbird livery. It's like an A320neo heading out today. It's not snowing or anything right now, so most of these aircraft that have only been here for a half hour or so are not going over to the ice. They're just heading straight to the runway. I have to admit, I do like the new livery on the E-Jets. I do think it's a pretty clean look for them. Looks like our de-icing parade is getting a little bit closer. I wonder if they'll come over here. I expect to go back to school tomorrow. There's the Frontier. It's Mitch the Wolverine on this A321 out of Orlando. CRJ is still sitting over here. It has not left the pad yet, or the ramp yet, so they must still be waiting on their clearance. army of snowplows right now. I think they're waiting on that aircraft to pass. Looks kind of funny though. It looks like the boss had turned around and yelled at him. Pretty cool to see the conga line of snowplows though. I wanted to come up Friday. We had the last NFL charter of the season for the Browns. It was a 757-300 that took them to Baltimore. And they had the Air Lingus A321XLR that came in. I think the Star Alliance livery came in on Friday. Google Maps to see how long it would take to get here. Normally it's about a 35-minute drive for me, and it was showing like an hour and 5 minutes. So I thought, okay, maybe not. We'll go next time. CRJ is on their way to Chicago. Aunt and uncle came up from Charlotte for the baby shower yesterday. They're supposed to be driving back tomorrow. We'll see what the weather does. But it doesn't look like it's going to be a fun drive. Now, it's pretty gross looking off to the north and east right now. There's downtown Cleveland. Usually we get a nice view of it, but you can see it's kind of obscured with the snow. This aircraft is about 2.5 hours late this afternoon. Supposed to take off around 2 o'clock. I believe it was flight 5466 if I remember right. Chicago, it's a SkyWest flight today. Again, really appreciate everyone's support here today. American Eagle CRJ touching down out of Philadelphia. There were a number of charter flights that came in for the Buckeyes, as well as fan charters, the Eastern 777s, United 777, a couple of United 737s. But there were also these 2 Delta 757s that came in, and they could not have been there for more than 15 minutes. They were in and out on their charter flights on Wednesday night when I was down at CMH. So these guys don't mess around, and they're typically they're pretty close to on time when we're up here expecting them as well. So kudos to Delta. They have the system moving for their charter flights. There's the CRJ out of Detroit, flight 3908. Browns had another miserable season. I think they were 3-14 on the season. A320neo. American 2157 out of Charlotte turning final. It's a 737-800. Southwest 1795 out of Denver. And the Phenom, all about 10 minutes out. We have Delta Connection 4034 out of Minneapolis, St. Paul, about 15 minutes out, coming over the lake. A Wheels Up Beechcraft out of Charleston. And Delta 1350 out of Atlanta, all about 20 minutes out, within the next 20 minutes here today. Alan's asking, Andy's asking, is it snowing there? Not yet. It snowed this morning. We had a pretty good amount of snow on Friday. But the system to the south, Winter Storm Blair, that's supposed to dump a bunch of snow on Cincinnati, Louisville, Indianapolis, places like that. I can see to the south that it is getting closer. We're going to get a couple of inches out of it. I don't think we're going to get that much. But 2157, they're out of Charlotte today. ERJ, and we'll also follow the United 737. Looks like they're going to be first to the runway. Flight 216 will be heading to Denver. Aircraft still wears the old Continental colors. Taxis out. American Eagle is also taxiing out. And E-Jet will follow the 737. Southwest on final. They're out of Denver. First Southwest that we've seen since we went live this afternoon. need to do some more on Flight Simulator. As the ERJ makes its way to the runway, United 216 is on its takeoff roller heading to Denver this afternoon. On the Boeing 737. This one has blue cowlings on the left engine. E175 there, as well as the American 737. So lots of American and American Eagle action here right now. The thing I need to go buy will be heated shoes, or the feet warmer for the cold weather. That seems to be the coldest part. Delta Connection landing in the background. We'll follow the American 737 as it makes its way to the gate. Has nice contrast with the snow as they taxi to their gate. Before it gets too dark up here, get ahead of the snow. Just want to thank you all so much for your support. Thank you for checking out the stream today. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you all so much for your comments today. Hope you have a great rest of the day. I hope everyone stays safe and stays warm with the winter storm that's moving across the country. We'll go live again here in the next couple of days. We'll hopefully go to Columbus to get the OSU charters again. And I got a few things coming on, so we definitely will be back up here again in the next couple of days. And I got some videos I still need to post as well, so looking forward to getting those out there for you. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Stay warm, stay safe, and we'll catch you next time from Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. Have a great afternoon, everybody.